What up, everybody? It's Aaron Wolf. I'm super excited to tell you about a brand new project I'm doing called Drives and Good Vibes. There's so much negativity going on in the world today, so I wanted to do something basically that brings people together to spread positivity. What up, everyone? It's Aaron. Today on Drives and Good Vibes, we're going to cruise up and pick up my friend Vana Liya in Long Beach. And then thanks to one of you awesome viewers, you sent in some money for us. And so we're going to go, and the good vibe of the day is going to be buying some grocery store gift cards and hand them out to some people who aren't expecting them. So it'll be a lot of fun, and we appreciate y'all. Let's go. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Drives and Good Vibes. Amazing guest right now that we have, Miss Vana, and she is super inspiring, just as both an artist, but also looking more into kind of all the different things you've been posting. As we set this up, I noticed that you're a little more deep than just an artist. So I'm excited to have you. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. I'm smiling hardcore under this mask.
You can't see, right?
But my eyes tell the story that I'm smiling.
Yes. So yeah, I wanted to really give everybody kind of an idea of where, like, what your background is, and in terms of music, like what made you want to become a music artist? How did that kind of all come to play in your life?
So it kind of happened like on accident. Like I didn't think that like I was gonna become a musician or like put time towards it or like have that be my career, but it was like I was my senior year of college, and I was posting YouTube covers, and Pepper's my favorite band, and you saw had reposted one of my covers on the Pepper page, and I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my god. And he was like, hey, like, do you write your own music or anything like that? Like, we have a record label, and like that's just kind of how it happened. So like instead of going to grad school, I was just like, hey mom, like I'm gonna get my bachelor's, like school always be there, but like I'm gonna do this. It's like a once in a lifetime type of thing. And she was like, yeah, like go do it. So I like never planned on this. Like I always had an interest in music, but like in my mind I was like, it's so hard to like break into doing that, or like finding anything to happen, so like my posting videos is just like my way out of like getting rid of stress during school and stuff, and I was just kind of posting videos for that. But then like people who weren't my mom were like liking them and stuff, so I was like, cool, like I'll keep doing it. And then that's really how it all happened, so it was kind of cool.
Damn. So just posting basically as like a form of expression, you were covering your favorite artists and favorite bands, and then they reached out to you?
Kind of, yeah. It was like repost, like I would do like a lot of covers like in the scene too, because like a lot of the reggae bands, it's like primarily dudes. Yeah. So I think I got a lot of traction because like I was making them like soft and pretty covers, so like people liked it for that reason. But I had just reached out to Pepper after they reposted mine, and I was just like so thankful that they like had done that. And I was like, thanks for being so cool to your fans. And then Yusad was just like, hey, like, so do you like write stuff? Like, like just kind of picking my brain. And then, I didn't think anything of it, but a couple months later, he like flew me down to Florida with Greg, who you recently had on the show. And we started to write some stuff, and that's how that happened.
One of the things I noticed about, as I was looking into all your past content and stuff like that, is you put a lot of like thought into your messaging and your brand. Why is it important to you to use your platform for positivity?
Because I think that there's a lot of people who like maybe don't realize how far their platform goes, because I think like I have a unique perspective because I was a fan first. Like I never had this like goal of being a musician, so like I feel like I try to say stuff that like I wish somebody would have said to me, or because like a lot of these things that I say, it's like things I've told myself. And I remember I saw a quote one time, not to be super cliche, but like it really just stuck with me, and it was like, be the person person who you needed when you were younger. And it just hit me really hard. And, you know, it doesn't matter if somebody's older, younger, whatever, if like I have a perspective on something, like I just like to share my feelings, because maybe you didn't have the same perspective and you can share with me what yours was. And I think that's a beautiful part of life too, is just kind of hearing people out for like what their experience has shaped their perspectives to be.
I love that. Yeah. And do you ever do that with writing your songs? Random question. I didn't have this written down, but I was curious because a lot of the songs I used to write, like way back in the day, I was actually writing to me, almost like as a sense of like encouragement. Do you ever take that stance in your writing, or is it?
No, totally. So I have an album coming out, and there's a song on there called Gold, and that one is like me writing to me. Like it's for other people, and I hope that it does make them feel good about themselves. But it's really like a song that's for me to like remind me to keep my head up and things like that. And I think that's a really good way to get through to somebody. But because if you're writing to get through to yourself, you're a person, so it's like, you know, somebody might also take in what you're like how you take things in. So I think that's a cool way to write. So it's cool that you do that too.
Yeah, I think it's really common to feel like separate and alone whenever we're dealing with stuff that's like bad or that we don't like. Since a lot of people out there are going through stuff, and like you were saying, you know, by sharing that, it kind of lets other people know, you know, they're not the only ones going through some shit. What are some things like that you've been doing throughout this last year with all the different changes to kind of like stay positive just in your day-to-day routine? Like, what are some go-to things that Vana does to stay on point?
So one thing that like I've been doing like probably since like I was in high school, like because of my mom, is like I had a gratitude journal. So it was like every night before I went to bed, me and her would like pick out 5 things that we would say that we're grateful for. But like with this pandemic, I've been trying to do like 10 things a day, because it's really easy to like kind of get down on yourself for like not being like as far along in the game as you want to be, but it's like not really the year for that. So it's like, how do you really like tell yourself that it's not you, it's the times? So you know, I think just like overly picking out what you're grateful for, like, you know, just like even that, I don't know, like I was super excited I had Frosted Flakes yesterday, because like I haven't had that in so long. And so like, you know, that was like one of the things I wrote down, because it was just like I haven't had sugar in a really long time. So it's like little things like that, you know.
Simple things.
Yeah, when you like kind of look back on it too, like it's not only like being grateful that day, but some days when I'm maybe not feeling that way, I'll go through the journal and like see all the things that I've been grateful for, and I try to be like, okay, like things could be a lot worse than they are right now. Yes,
it's just wherever you focus, right?
Totally.
I love it. So 2 final questions. What has been a silver lining of this year for you? If there's been anything good that's come out of it, I'd like to know what that is.
I think that this year, because like I just moved to California on my and like I've had to do a lot of things on my own, and I think I've proven to myself that like I can really do things on my own, which has been nice, especially like with circumstances being so weird. And it's kind of pushed me to get to this point of self-love that I've been like trying to get to for like a really long time. But I think like sometimes when you're at the lowest low, that's like right after that is when you reached your highest high. And that's kind of how I feel this year went for me, is like I hit some really, really low lows, but like weirdly enough, I feel like I'm at my highest high. So that's been pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope. You have a project coming out, you said, down the road. Is that, do you have a date set for that right now?
So right now we're looking at a single in February, one in April, and then the project's supposed to come out early May.
Okay, so it's just tentative over the next few months, or the first part of this next year.
Yeah, because we're just trying to get like everything put into like the vinyl pressings and stuff like that, and that takes like the longest time. But yeah, we're looking at May, so that should be fun. It's my first album. Johnny Cosmic produced it. So
shit.
I'm really excited to share some stuff with you guys.
Awesome. And then you were also on the house that Bradley built recently.
Oh yeah, that
compilation.
Was a fun project.
Dope. So everybody go check that out. stay tuned for her new music coming. Where can people connect with you in the meantime?
So if you want to head to my website, vanaliyamusic.com, that has everything on there. Like, so if you're a Facebook person, there's a link for that, Instagram, Twitter, all that cool stuff. And I just want to say thanks, Aaron, for having me on, because you're super rad, and I'm glad we've like connected, and it's been a pleasure to like get to know you and your music.
Yeah, we're just getting started. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate
for sure.
Fun times.
For sure.
Thank you guys. Everybody go check Vana out, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.
If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel.